Hey y'all, I'm Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness.
And you're listening to Box number 512 podcast.
Grown Black Trans Woman Talk. Changing your world one conversation at a time.
The show begins now. Hey y'all, welcome to another installment of Box number 512 podcast, Grown Black Trans Woman Talk. I am your co-host Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness. How y'all doing?
Well, let's get into updates, bitch. I'm tired as hell. Yeah. So typically we record on a Tuesday. We're actually recording Thursday night, so the night before we actually released the show. Work has been a lot. It's been a lot of stuff going on at work that has been annoying me. I also have run out of my antidepressant, so I'm trying my best to keep it together. I'm trying my best not to go off on girls, but you know, I'm just looking forward to a brighter day. But work has been a lot. Work has been a lot. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the country that is impacting my work and different cases that we have to bring, and everybody is just all over the place, but I'm keeping my eye on the prize. Shout out. So last week I was in Philly. Shout out to Philly. I was stressed out while working there. I wish I would have just taken a vacation because a lot of my days are packed with work. But I want to give a shout out to my sister Sharon Cooks. We had a good, fabulous time at dinner together and we hung out. I'm going to give a shout out to my girlfriend, Gabriella, from law school. We had dinner. I got to meet her son. She has a baby girl on the way. So I got to spend time with her. And then she invited me to her home with her husband. And I got to play with her son and let him jump on me and throw blocks at my face and all of that. And just meet and have time with her husband and her. And they cook for me. And then shout out to my sis, Deja Lynn Alvarez, who's running for House of Pennsylvania representative. She definitely a mayor of the city. She showed me around. We got free entry into everywhere, free drinks all night. So, you know, even though I was working, I made the best of my time there. I got to see my people, and I just got to be one of the girls. And I had a good time. But yeah, work has been a lot, but I'm just trying to keep my eye on the prize. So Maya and I had a conversation offline. I really don't, like, work has been so busy the past couple of weeks. I really don't have time to date like that. So I just got a lot going on, y'all, and I'm just, like, I thought I was going to have fun for Pride this summer. And June has been a lot. Work has been a lot. We also have some bookings coming up and just other side businesses and side opportunities that we're trying to do with the show. So, child, it's a lot going on, but I'm still here. I still have a place to live. I still have air conditioning. I still got a check coming in. So I'm trying to count my blessings, but I'm a bit just tired. I need a break. I need a real vacation. Sis, what's going on with you?
Girl, so, you know, I wish I could say that things were rosy and peaches. And I guess in my personal life it is. But when you have friends that are going through things, it really sends you. And yeah, it's just a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now. Just trying to stand in the gap for people and stay in prayer and, you know, just try not to let it affect me because I'm a worrier and I'm also an empath. And so just hearing people go through different issues, it affects me. So just trying to pull out of that and not letting it settle in because I also have depression. And so I don't want, and I'm currently, you know, in somewhat of a remission because of my medication, but I don't want to, you know, dwell too deeply. So it's just about balancing and prioritizing how I have conversations and what I engage about. I am excited about our opportunities coming up in the future. It, like Brianna said, it is late at night. We both are taking off in our personal lives and our professional lives outside of our business together. And so I'm just excited for what that means. But we're gonna have a breakdown on it. But I did want to say, while I'm here, I wanted to document that for those of you who have been in community for a while, Pose might have its trigger warning. I should give you the trigger warning because I wish I got more of one. That this season in general. I mean, I knew that this season would touch on some deep themes, but particularly in these last couple of episodes, I found them to be very triggering. In a way that kind of took me down for a second. Like and not that the episodes were bad, they were great episodes, and I'm definitely not going to give any hints, but it was, I will say this, it really is there are certain aspects of it that are very, very accurate as to the experiences of LGBT people in the 90s and the changing of everything. So just y'all stay tuned. We'll have our breakdown coming for those of you who follow us on Patreon. And yes, girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it. Do you want me to bring in the first topic, sis?
Okay. Well, before we do that, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating, bitch. I'm hungry. But before we get into the topics, we got some housekeeping to do. So one of our Patreon listeners did what was needed to be done. It actually wrote us a really nice, thoughtful comment that I wanted to read on the show. Also, before we get to the comment, shout out to all of y'all who came and watched the video for our summer book club. I forgot to mention that. For Revelations.
Yes.
If you didn't get to join the live, don't worry. It's still up on the Patreon. You can watch for as little as $7. But go on and watch it, girl, because we really went through it to read the book so we could give y'all an informed show. And shout out to the people that were able to watch it and build the community. Shout out to the people who got hip to the book club a little late. So maybe y'all didn't get to read Revelations, but y'all are going to be on top of it for our book for the month of July, Wild Sleep by Octavia E. Butler. And shout out to y'all who said y'all are going to participate in the book club going forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot we did that last Saturday. We had a very successful event. We got in, said what we had to say, and got out.
We did. So we did put some content out earlier in the week, guys. And for those of you who are listening to this, it's just as easy as going to Patreon and making a donation. The donations are as low as how low?
Well, $5, but to be a part of the summer book club, you gotta pay $7 because that is additional work we are doing, reading, making sure we are competent, getting up on the weekend, being on camera, girls. That's work, girl.
It's also live. So for those of you who didn't get to participate in that aspect the last time, we actually are recording these live. And if you are a patron, you will have access to that YouTube live when we do our book review so that you don't have to get the delay at all. And we're piloting that concept. And so y'all please take advantage because we want to know that we can still engage with you guys, particularly our patrons, because we love you and we thank you. So for those of you who are not patrons, the way to get in on the discussion is to join. But for those of you who are our patrons, pay attention for that Saturday live. We will announce the dates and we have our dates already listed. But
yeah, the next one is July the 10th.
July 10th. So y'all pay attention July 10th, y'all.
So now y'all got a whole month to read Wild Sleep by Octavia E. Butler.
And it is everything. It is a wonderful read. This was my suggestions to the book club. My husband and I bonded around this book. We'll get into that story when we do the breakdown on the episode day. But I'm so excited. It's Octavia Butler's Wild Seed. This is a part of a series, but this is the first book of the series, and this is, to me, quintessential Octavia Butler, hitting all of the things of African-American sci-fi while coming from a historical point of view and dropping knowledge. It's amazing. Y'all check it out.
So we gotta give it. We're in the Patreon streets. We gotta give a shout out to Reggie. Reggie said this in reference to Revelations. This conversation was so good. In particular, The part about knowing when to leave situations that are in alignment to your best self. I'm a chameleon also. And in the past, had found myself petrified because I had molded myself to the needs of the project / company I was working with so much that I was unrecognizable to myself, and not in a good sense. I had allowed my focus on my employer to overrule my actions, being centered with my intentions as a person. I'm sure we can attest to the magic that comes with the transformation of our actions being in tune with our authenticity, and the joy that comes with that surrender to intention, preparedness, and integrity. I think that joy makes us brave enough to face and overcome the fear of stepping away from those secure yet misaligned opportunities. Reggie, thank you so much for leaving this comment. Thank you so much for watching the video and watching the conversation. And I'm not going to give all the book away, but like a big theme of Revelations was knowing how to leave when it's your time and not waiting for something horrible to happen or a big outburst. You know, in your spirit, when you're just not meant to be somewhere and you have a calling that is drawing you to something else, and it's all about having the confidence and stepping out on faith. Stepping out on faith, because nobody is going to make you happy but you. A job is not going to make you happy. A position is not going to make you happy. A dollar amount is not going to make you happy. A man is not going to make you happy. That has to come from you, and you have permission to leave. You have permission to leave, and you are responsible for living your most fulfilled life, and nobody's going to do that for you. And Revelations, if you go back and read the conversation, we really got into depth about it. But I read it important time in my life right now where it just reaffirmed a lot of the things that I was thinking and feeling, and situations that I'm in now, where now that I have been on this process of choosing these, so many fabulous opportunities are presenting themselves for me to just step out on faith and step more into myself and more into my alignment. So Reggie, thank you for reaching out. I think instead of trying to do the letters thing, because y'all girls was refusing to send letters, I don't know why, but more of y'all like to comment and stuff and write long comments. What I'm hoping is that we can start reading the comments either from our Patreon or from the Instagram and read them on the show, just to get your opinions on whatever show or any piece of content that we produce, because we really care and we want to know about what y'all think. And it's no shade. So, Reggie, thank you for starting that off for us.
And also, Reggie, we want you to know that what you did was brave. Your sharing, your honesty, the thoroughness of your comment. It just makes me really proud to know that not only do we have dedicated listeners, but we got smart ones. And I loved every bit of your introspective point of view. I loved your self-analysis, and I loved your internal locus of control. I feel like part of looking back at your life and really looking at it and really learning the lesson is learning how you allowed is being okay admitting or acknowledging where you allowed yourself to deviate. And I'm thankful that our story and our conversation about Revelations inspired that it connected with you in that way. So thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you.
And before we get into our main topic for the day, if you would like to send us advertisements, we've been getting a lot of requests for those. Make sure you email us at box5podcast@gmail.com. And let me say this, because we had somebody slide into our inbox last week trying it. We don't typically like promote products and stuff on this podcast, because this is not that type of platform. Though I do have like personal stuff that I like and use and I swear by. I just want to. We haven't done like a beauty or health or lifestyle segment of this podcast. Not saying that we can't do it in the future, but it's just not something that's crossed my mind. And also, I'm not going to promote something unless I really stand by it or swear by it. But don't be coming into our inbox trying to get us to promote stuff for free. Like that, and then get mad when we try. Like, Lioness and I are very professional people. So if you come at, we are now at the point in our podcast where it's more than just a hobby. And don't get me wrong, we love doing it. Thank you for listening to another episode of Box Number 512 Podcast, Grown Black Trans Women Talk.
And don't forget to become a patron on the Box Number 512 Patreon page, where we have all new exclusive content.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media, on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. And also, become a subscriber on our YouTube page. Until next time, bye.